welcome to another VR race. We're here with the Rexame 300 here at Riverside with the 1968 IndyCar Series, USAC IndyCar Series. Where I think I picked the number 79 car. I'm pretty sure it was the number 79 car. As you can see, we're making through the first pretty much section of the corner, all the S's. Now, I'm pretty sure I have the right layout of the track I would have raced, because I'm mainly going based off of the footage I saw, and I believe it was a 1966, what do you call it, 1966 race. But yeah, so as you can tell, 23 laps. It would have been dirty, but due to what I said about my head and my neck being kind of hurt after a while of racing, which actually this one I didn't feel that bad. I think it's because I was more moving instead of the headset kind of sitting there. I was moving around, so I think that's kind of helped because, as you can see, I lean a lot. Even though I'm not really racing, I still lean a lot for the turns. And since there's a lot of turns here, and we had a couple of incidents where we could have like a break so we can rest our head when trying to get back on the racetrack or trying to calm down after something happened, and it kind of helped in our favor, honestly. So I'm gonna search up while this goes on and just check something. I want to see if I used the right layout, which it looks like I did. So actually, I think I'm good. Now, who was it in this race I wrecked really hard in real life? There was a clip that I saw from this race where somebody, Jerry Titus, I think, he blew, or his tire broke, went off to the side, and back then behind the wall there used to be an embankment there, which obviously you can't see here because this is more of a 1970s, but it's the only one I have. So back then they used to have a little embankment behind the wall when it used to just be the straight into turn 9 instead of the kink into turn 9. He lost the tire, spun into the embankment while digging in and flipping, and then eventually the car caught on fire. And I don't remember if he passed away from the wreck. I don't think he did. If I remember correctly, he was alive after the wreck, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't die in that wreck. He died in a wreck, I believe, at Milwaukee, from what I'm saying. So yeah, luckily we got lucky on that front of this. I don't know if he's in this set, because these are all, I mean, not obviously they're not the right cars for IndyCar from this time period, but it's the only open wheel car that I can use that are kind of close. Also the only one that has 1968 schemes, even though they're Indy 500 schemes. They have a lot of the drivers that raced in this race, and a lot of the drivers that Dean Q for this race. So I just put it in a 32 car grid, which is how many cars I can make in this race. Even though I wish you could make more, but look at that pit lane. And I don't know why they don't just do the NR thing where they just make it longer. Or shorten the boxes somehow. Because they do that in NASCAR Legends, I think it was, with Macon Speedway or something like that. They can do it. I know they can do it, especially since they're invisible. I think they can do it. But I don't know if that affects anything or not. I mean, it ain't like there was a pit stop this race, so I mean, it didn't really matter. But yeah, so it's not. I don't think it's. Yeah, no, it's not this lap. It's coming to the next lap that we're gonna have. I believe an incident. I can't remember if it's gonna be lap 5 or lap 6 when this said incident happens. Because I think I had 3 accidents. 2 of which were spins. 1 was a spin and save. And honestly, to me, looked really cool when I was in this racing. Probably my coolest moments. So you see, we're trying to get around Ronnie here in the number 59 car, getting really loose there. That was like I think that's the only time I've ever gotten loose there in turn 9 like that. I don't know if it has something to do with me shifting down at a certain point, or I don't know, just didn't get the right thing. I think it is lap 6 when this happens. No? It's this lap. So right here, I'm pretty much clear. I don't know what happened. He just kind of just ran through us. Because I know it wasn't me getting loose, because I physically felt something, because in my steering with the force feedback, I physically felt a jerk in the steering wheel, so I knew I got hit. Now when you spin, you don't feel a jerk. You slide. You just spin. So Ronnie there pretty much stumped us, from what I know, and that's all I know actually, because I didn't check the replay, because it's kind of hard to do that in VR. So I didn't bother with it. I just decided, oh well, he wrecked us. I mean, I'm mad at this point, because I'm like, well, I got spun, but at the same time I'm not too angry, because 1, still really early in the race, and 2, what happens at the end of the race actually makes up for it, even though we never won, but we got a pretty good finish. Because I was, at this point now, I was kind of just going for a top 10, and I exceeded that, so I was happy about it. So I didn't really care about it after I started making my way back. To continue, what I was going to say was, or what I've been saying, yeah, so the next incident that we have, which I think it was around halfway when the next incident happens, where I spin and save the car, that was a sick thing in VR, because if anybody has playing drift games in VR, you know, going sideways like that and keeping it like that and then saving it, it's really sick. Especially since I've only had one of those types of moments in real life, and it was a go-kart, and that was a long time ago, so kind of nice to feel that. Also, this is the first time in VR I've ever been at Riverside, and honestly, it felt amazing. I thought it was going to be worse here, but after a couple practice laps I started getting used to it, because I need like a lapse to get used to me being in VR and able to see a lot of things. So at first I thought it was going to be trash, complete trash, But it turned out pretty good. I had moments like that once in a while where I kind of just screwed up. It more just me being eager, trying to get back up across the field, and trying to improve my position and trying to get that top 10 that we eventually get and excel at. You will see moments where I kind of almost overshoot a corner, and actually no, I think there was 4 instances I had, now I'm thinking about it. Kind of like the same thing with the Western North Carolina race, pretty much. Now, I was going to do something VR for BeamNG, but I'm going to have to do it just desktop, because I don't know why, but BeamNG with VR, just, for me, just lags. And I think it's more or less because I don't have a PC that's really built for a high-end, like, BeamNG run. So, yeah, I kind of just... kind of screwed, you know? Now, I can't remember who exactly I got contact with when I went sideways and saved it. So I can't tell exactly when it happens. That's why I say I think it's roughly around halfway. So within maybe about 3 to 4 laps, maybe? I think we passed McCluskey. I think that's one person I know we passed when we happened. So I don't think it's in the next few laps. I think it's a little bit longer afterwards, I think. I don't think it's Rem. I'm trying to think of a name, and I'm like using my brain power a lot here. I'm trying to figure out, because if I can get the initial, like the first letter in the name, I think I can remember correctly. You know, I'm gonna do that. While this is happening, I'm gonna load up the content manager real quick and then check the names so I can see if I can remember who clicked me and maybe spin almost and maybe go for that long slide unless if McCluskey passes him. Still looking, I'm just making sure I have this next thing that I'm trying to do set. So I gotta do this real quick. And beautiful. So let me check. Where did it go? There we go. Let me look down the name list real quick so I can figure out who might have clipped me. It might be Arnie in the 31 car. But I think it was Jerry Grant who clipped us and spun us. I'm pretty sure it was Grant. So if I look up at some point, we're not there yet. Because we got Joe Leonard in front of us with Sam Sessions who's in front of us right now. And then you got McCluskey in front of Leonard. So I think we have about 3-ish laps because I see somebody right there. And so I think one thing that kind of surprised me was that we're passing lap cars. I don't remember the field disparity being that high. So never really understood why that happened. I think some cars, because later on in the video you're gonna see I think some cars go off in turn 7. And sometimes it's stuck super long and then finally gets to 40. Here there are some people pitted. But that's what I think. I'm not completely sure. That's not, you know, for certain. And we're coming up on Jerry Grant right now. So what happens, if I remember correctly, McCluskey gets around Grant, or Grant catches up to somebody in front of him, and we're trying to pass Grant, and we clipped in turn 1, I don't remember if he came up or if I came down. I don't know if I did move that much. I don't know if he moved that much. I don't want to place a blame because I'm not sure exactly what caused it. Especially since I saved it, I didn't really care since I saved it. If I would have got turned, hit the wall, flipped over, and did some weird stuff, I would have been mad. But I saved it, so I wasn't mad. I was more impressed that I even did save the car. Or did we get with Mikulski? No, I'm pretty sure we got with Grant. Because if I go into the results of this race, maybe it was. Well, let's see here. Yeah, we haven't passed McCluskey. If we go up to here and look at the McCluskey thing, McCluskey finished ahead of. Actually, he didn't even finish. He finished behind Grant, but from what I remember, Grant spun. So I think all the checkups when people go off the racetrack and they're trying to figure out what's happening, I think they eventually kind of caught up. I think Grant, when I remember seeing him spin when I looked in the mirror after watching the video over again, he spun, but I don't remember him being too far backwards, so he might have saved it like I did. I just didn't see him the rest of the time since I was focusing on making sure I was still, going straight and not dying. And if McCluskey finished in front of him, I don't think, or right behind him, I don't think McCluskey was the one that we got in contact, especially with what this looks like right here. Because I think we catch McCluskey here, we get past him in turn 2, and then Grant gets to Denny Hulme gets to him, and then Pat gets behind him. And then that's where we catch. So I think that's where we're at right now. He's starting to catch him. We're coming up to him. Now I'm trying to look. Where did Denny Hulme finish this race? He finished in front of Grant, so it can't be. They must have caught up somehow. That's the only thing I can think of. Because the guy that I spun on was spun. And then you see there's Mario Andretti, who I believe finished last. Or second to last, whatever. He went off track. He actually got back going eventually and was a lap down for the longest time. Well, the rest of the time. Because you can't make up your lap back in this. Okay, so this is where it happens. I think. I'm completely wrong. I'm having hiccups too. I don't know why. So, we're coming down turn 1, lap 15. I thought I had perfect room, but I guess he didn't think that either. And I think he went off. And McCluskey's down behind me. So, McCluskey, I think, went off. Got caught back there because Grant is still in front of Sessions. So I think what happened is McCluskey got stuck in turn 7 when they had that issue, and especially with this little checkup here, that probably helped a little bit. And then we almost wrecked with Herdebeest there because he decided this is my corner, even though I'm coming up with a lot more momentum. I mean, I get it because I wasn't there still, but I could help a little bit, but at least we didn't wreck from it. And then you see Mario still off there. Me and Luce really trying to get around that. Jim Hurtubise machine. Now, I don't remember exactly what happens this next one, because there's, I think, 2 more instances we have. We had another spin, I think, or another, like, half spin or something like that. And I think, if I remember correctly, it was coming through chart 8, and it just gassed it up too much, spun out. And then the second time, I think we got churned by AJ Foyt in turn 6. Like, really late in the race. Yes, I do remember this. Because I think we passed Ronnie Duman here, who wrecked us in the first spin by just absolutely ran through us. We passed him, spun, and then got back next to him. We actually passed, I think, all the way up to that guy in front of this pack here. And then the second time we were already past all these guys, we were past the top 10, I think top 5. Then we got spun by, I believe AJ Foyt. And then that was pretty much what happened at the end of the race, while everybody else at the end of the race was kind of just going off track in turn 7 for some weird reason. I never understood that, but I think that's part of the aggression thing, I guess. Even though it seemed like they had more passing, like they passed a lot more in this race, and I think it's just because, well, I mean, it's a world course. I mean, I think that's why most, because it's a lot bigger or a lot wider, and these cars are, I think, drastically smaller, if I remember correctly. Because I think the real Indy cars in real life are monsters. So now we're back behind the guy who dumped us in turn 2 on, like, I think it was like 4, 5, 4. Now I think this is where we mess up this third time. I think it's this lap where we come off turn 7 into turn 8A or 8B, whatever you want to call that next corner after turn 7, that short course turn 8. That's where we spin, I think, in this lap. If not, I think it's the lap after 2. It was around where we passed the 59. So now somebody went off the track there. That was Bobby Unser who went off the track there. And I think this is where we spin. No, definitely next lap. If I don't spin, I'm thinking of a test session I did, or practice spin, I think, and then somehow put it in my mind that I did that in a race for some reason. And you got Dan Gurney in front of us. And then Jim Molloy. There we go. Then we got, I can see something, Banovich. Vukovic. Vakovic. I think it's Vakovic. And the I think now in the 8th position here. I'm 10th. And then in front of him, I think it's Andy Nepper in the, no, it's Al Unser. Making a move on number 27 of Jim Malloy, and as 2 cars went off, 3 cars actually went off that time. One was Graham Hill. I think this is where he spun. No, not yet, okay. Then you got Holland in there in the, I don't remember what number, I wasn't really paying attention to the number. It has to be this next lap, there's no way, because I passed the pack. And I think, now that I'm looking at it, I think Bernie was actually the one that spun us. Because we didn't spin all the way around, if I remember or recall correctly. We kind of half spun. Didn't like do like a save or anything. It was like a really slow half spin where we had to get back going because we lost so much momentum and so much time from that. Because we weren't still moving at a decent pace, like velocity-wise. But still, it could honestly have been Andretti at a lap car. Now that I'm thinking about it, it almost looked like it right there. But I think soon we will get our answer who did it, and then when I wreck this next time, or spin the next time, because we never actually technically wrecked. We just did a lot of spins as everybody went out of course right there. Jesus. No, it didn't. Maybe I never did spin. Maybe it was a spin after my entanglement in turn 6, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting kind of confused. Maybe I'm just not remembering the race correctly. Getting a little scared. There it was. Okay, so it's Al Unser who we got together with. Now, that means we spin later on then, I guess. Or that I missed it when I muted. Let's see, was it here? No. Okay, it must have been literally like in a couple laps from now. Either that or I completely missed it and it happened way back when I was muted. Any of those possibilities can be a possibility. As you can see, I was really blocking everybody once I spun out that last time there. Or after I got Big Air Unser there. Absolute block. Just kept blocking people because I was like, I need this, man. I wanted my morale up after what this race has been. Especially since I had a nice save, I want to at least have a good position for it. No, this is where you're gonna start seeing calamity with people going off the racetrack. As you see, Tingelstad went off the track, got stuck, and then yeah, we never spun. I guess I completely recall the race in a different way. But Tingelstad went off the track, and then the next lap, if it wasn't, yeah, it was the next lap, because the last lap, I think only one person went off, and it wasn't even a guy that I needed to go off. And the next lap is where we get third, because the two of the lead lap cars, and then I think Rent went off with them. Yeah, I think it was Al Unser in Poland, and then Rent all went off in front of me into the that car that went off earlier in that last lap. Because I already forgot who it was. Either that or it was the 2 leaders. I can't remember. Okay, we're about to pass Rent actually. I think we actually get together with Rent. That's where, okay, I remember that one. That was the one I initially was thinking about when I got the Gareth answer. That one I thought he was going to give me the position a little bit, and then I just kind of went in there and thinking he would. It was actually AJ Foyt in Poland who got stuck with Graham Hill. So then that's where we got third from. And then Al Unser obviously in second. And then our future to be winner, which was Arnie Nepper in the leading the 31 machine, if I remember or recall correctly. Now we're on the last lap. After all the chaos that has happened, I still finished third somehow. Everybody turned 6. But you guys spent on the last lap. That is a possibility. I might spun the last lap. I could have been what happened. Obviously those guys are still stuck. And then we come around the last corner, or last part of the corner, and then we come up to turn 9. That was turn 8. Last time in turn 8. So I guess we never spun on, so I just never saw it, and I just didn't pay attention because I was muted. But we eventually will get third. Arnie Nepper will get first. Al Unser in second. Me in third. Jim Malide he's fourth. Ronnie Newman in fifth. That'll be your top 5, and that'll be the end of the race.